What's up? What's up? How y'all doing, family? How's everything today? Yeah, I decided to come on today. Anybody see my post, my lives yesterday? Y'all know I had a good time yesterday. And pretty much, that's what, as I said in my last live, that's my focus. That's what I'm trying, my idea is. I was able to see and show a picture because there's some locals out here who are doing my idea. They wouldn't do it like how I would do it, of course, because of course they locals. But also too, what I'm realizing, and I wanted to title this, everybody has a different path that they want to take in life, and not everybody's path is the same. But as long as you ain't trying to crush my path, we good. Because I was talking to my brother, Nick. Y'all already know, I'm always talking to my brother. He calls me all the time. And, he's going through it with an ex of his, and he did all of this work to this house. And in the beginning, they was working together on the house, and everything was all good when he was out here busting his behind, banging hammer into these nails to make her house better. Oh yeah, by the way, let me switch. I'm on my way home. I gotta go up this big ass hill, excuse my language. So this is where I'm at right now. I do like my neighborhood. It has character, It's not fancy as my old neighborhood in San Francisco, but it still has that San Francisco vibe to it. But it also has that down home, residential effect. You get to see houses and things, as you can see. So, and that's really, it's me. That's my essence. I'm not all the way classy, okay? But I'm not all the way street neither. I'm right here in the middle. So my neighborhood pretty much, I guess I just gravitated to the neighborhood because it resonated with me. I'd never seen, this kind of architecture in the last neighborhood that I was living in. All they had was stores, shops. You didn't see houses mixed in. It wasn't like a mixed use. And that's what I do like about this neighborhood. I don't like the fact that it's on a hill, but all in all, it's a decent neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So back to what I was saying. My brother's out here and he's busting his behind, and he already had in his head what he wanted to do, or he even put it on paper what he wanted to do. And then once the relationship went sour, homegirl tried to steal it, and it's like, okay, we understand the relationship didn't work out, that's all good, but don't try to steal all of the progress that I done made for the past 10 years of us working on this project together. That's messed up. And then when he was able to prevent the theft from happening, then she tried to undermine the project and take the nails that he done banged in. She's trying to stop production. And so it made me think about stuff. I like this park. This is nice. Yeah, see, as I said, my neighborhood has got a little bit of character. I'm sorry. But yeah, my point is, you don't have to agree all the time on certain things. As long as we ain't trying to undermine each other or steal from each other, we can go our separate paths and be all right. You feel me? So my path is different. Remember that song, Kid and Play? I know the young folks will remember it. It's called I Don't Know What You Came to Do. They might have sampled it from some other person. I don't know who they sampled it from. Of course, we always sample from the greats. So, but you know, I don't know what you came to do. I came to clap my hands. I came to stomp my feet. Sound like a gospel song to me. But that's pretty much what it is with me. I mean, I came here to do something. Well, initially, I came here to get over heartbreak. All right, well, the heartbreak is over. All right, so now I'm able to get my mind focused on other things. What are those other things? Well, see what need there is here in Panama. Now, there's plenty of black expats here. And see, that's another thing. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I wish I could give y'all that Malcolm X speech when he's talking about that. I ain't a Democrat, I ain't a Republican, I ain't a Christian, I ain't a, I don't know the speech, but y'all know the speech that I'm talking about. But the bottom line is I stand on the line the same as Malcolm X, all right? I'm black. And that matter of fact, I'm a black American, okay? And wherever I go in this world, the two things that they're going to notice about me is that I'm an American or I'm a foreigner. Here, they call me a gringo, all right? The second thing they're going to notice about me is that I'm black. So I can't separate myself from being those two things, all right? Those are always going to be with me. So instead of me trying to run away from those things, I embrace those things, okay? Because if you watch the live that I did yesterday, people love black Americans all over the world. And that's one of the things that I knew about me and my family and my people, okay? We move the culture. People, there was a thing that they were saying about black people, that black people don't have no culture. If we don't got no culture, it's because you all stole it. And that's the bottom line. But the real is, everybody knows that we do have culture, okay? The rhythm and blues culture is our culture, okay? The rock and roll culture is our culture that was, what they say, stolen, I'll just say it in simple words, by the white folks, okay? Now we have the hip-hop culture, and they're trying to steal that away from us. That's why, when I listen to my brother Tariq Nasheed, he's always talking about, it's time for us as black people to start gatekeeping our culture, because if we don't, then people are going to be trying to come and colonize it, as they call them, culture vultures, as Dame Dash would put. And that's who I am, what I'm saying? I stand in line with these people. Dame Dash always talking about being independent. So if you ever come in my house, what you're going to see on my TV is Dame Dash. You're going to see some Tariq Nasheed or, Malcolm X or Minister Louis Farrakhan. All of these great activists. These are the people that motivate me. You're gonna watch me, you're gonna see me with some Boondocks. I used to love that show, because it pretty much had all of that rolled into one. But it also had every different aspect of the black family rolled into one too. You had Huey Freeman, who was a person like myself, who's thinking about, who's conscious and thinking about black consciousness and being pro-black and all of those things. And then you had Riley, who was the gangster, who's trying to, hold down the block. And then you had Grandpa, who was, the old idealist. He's thinking about the old civil rights baby boomer days. Rest in peace, John Witherspoon. You know, that's who the voice was. And that's what you see that goes on in our culture all the time, is those three things. You got, you know, your 5%ers and your, as they would call them, your Moorish people, or they call the Hoteps. Then you got your, you know, hip hop, or your gangster crowd, or your ratchet crowd, or your street, however you want to put it, that they're all in that basket. Then you have your baby boomers, okay, and they're talking about civil rights of old and still trying to do civil disobedience and get into some good Trevor, as John Lewis would say, you know. So I see all of that, and see me, you know, when I'm looking at things, I look at things from all sides or both sides. So I'm not just on one. I mean, I am on one side, which is the Huey side, but of course I see the Riley and I see the grandpa side. All right, but I want people to respect my side of things as much as I respect their side of things. I'm not trying to undermine the Pookies in the world. You know, there's a place for Pookies. I remember when I was in Japan, I was one of the Pookies. So I understand, you know, the path of Pookie. We're all coming up from something. But then I also understand the path of, you know, the baby boomers and the grandpas in the world and the grandmas in the world, okay? They fought the good fight. They've made some, you know, they've laid some groundwork, and they want to rest their tired bones. I understand all of that. But y'all need to understand my side too, and respect my side too. Where in my side, I'm just trying to see what more we can do in order to make great strides. Okay, a lot of the strides that the baby boomers have made have been the symbolic things. Okay, and when you see them at work, a lot of times it's still symbolic. But now, you know, we're into the days of the information age, okay, where now we're trying to make tangibles. It's like, yo, later for all that symbolic stuff, yeah, we had 40, 50 years of symbolic achievements, okay, the first black this, the first black that. We understand all of that. Okay, well, where's the money attached to that? Where's the land attached to that? That's what we're looking for. You know, as I was saying in one of my last videos, I said, okay, you look all over the world, you'll see a Pizza Hut, you'll see a McDonald's, you'll see KFCs. These is all famous white people chains, okay? 7-Eleven, AM PM. All of these is, you know, white corporations. You know, you see Hilton, you see Marriott, you see Sheraton. These is all famous white-owned corporations, and these is all over the world. Starbucks is all over the world. Okay, where's the black chain? Where's the black? There's all these black people in the world. Okay, in different countries. If you was to Google, you know, famous black resorts, a famous black resort is going to come up in America. The one that I can think of that's off the top of my head is the Salamander, which is owned by, you know, Bob Johnson's family. Okay, and she has one in, I believe, Virginia, and then she has one in Destin, Florida, and then they have, you know, a famous African who has resorts over in I want to say Tanzania and in Zimbabwe. I know that for sure, because I did see a video on that. But it's one individual having one achievement in his area. Then you have another person over here who has an achievement in their area. You don't see a black Marriott. You don't see a black Hilton. These are the tangible things that we need to be striving for now. Okay? You know, I was looking at, shout out to Andre, Love Crossing Borders. He's in Colombia, and he had a live yesterday, and he was talking about all of the federal jobs that you can get overseas where you can be making six figures instantly. And he was giving all of the links to all of the people who are hiring overseas to give government contracts and government jobs. Okay, so that is what we do. Okay, we will go and get the government job somewhere working to build sometimes low key you're helping build the Marriott and don't even know it, because I mean a lot of these government contracts are to help corporate entities and corporate interests overseas. And you'll go and you'll work that government contract, and they'll have you doing, purchase orders to get this shipped in, and then as soon as that gets shipped in, then they're gonna send it to the owner of the Sheraton to help him, finish developing his Marriott or Margaritaville. But you see the point that I'm trying to make. They're doing something tangible, and we're doing something symbolic. And I'm seeing, okay, well, I'm 47 years old and I got a little bit of breath in my lungs, so I'm going to start pushing for the more tangible stuff. Okay, I see when I came here, I see the people who are doing the things that are tangible. I see, shout out to, my Taurus big sister over there, Miss Charlotte Van Horn. We both Tauruses, so that's why we get along so well. And she's doing the Panama relocation tours, catered and tailored towards the black expats who want to come to Panama. She has a pipeline to get you all to come to Panama. She actually takes you all on a tour and do all of that. So enough big up respect to her. Okay, so if you're looking for the Underground Railroad, check out Black Expat in Panama. I'm gonna give them the plug in this video. But then you have, Aloha Milani. When you're in Panama, she does a lot of the parties here for the Passport Sisters here. And the reason I'm saying Passport Sisters is because I done been to many of her parties, and I would probably be one of 10 brothers at her party of 200 people that will be there. So there's 200 people there, and 10 of them are brothers, and we're all scattered around. And the same thing with Charlotte Van Horn. I'll go to her events, because she'll have a Welcome Wednesday, or she'll have a B2B event, and it'll be mostly sisters. I'll be one of few brothers that are there, and it's like, where are the brothers at? I'm always coming into a space where I'm like one of the few people. I'm the token Negro when I'm in the when I'm in the cleaning industry. When I go on their chats, and when I go in their their Facebook groups, and when I go to some of the conventions, because I went to a couple of cleaning conventions, and there was probably only 10 or 12 blacks there out of 500-600 people who went to the convention. And it's like, damn, there's money in the cleaning industry. Where's the black folks? We actually created the cleaning industry. And that's why, I'm kind of siding with Trump in that regard of getting rid of the immigrants, because what's going on is, the industries that we have created are being appropriated. And that was the word that I was looking for earlier when I was talking about, our culture. It's being appropriated by other cultures or other people. And a lot of that is by design, because they always want to keep their, foot on our neck. And I don't like to, try to blame, the white man and everybody else for things, because everybody's like, damn, that's over with. You need to get over that. Yeah, we can't get over it, because it's still going on. However, we can do something about it. And that's how I am. And what I've noticed is the only solution is what our grandparents and what our great-grandparents was doing back during their generation, the silent generation. They didn't say nothing. They just stayed away, and they did their own thing. That's what happened. And And I'm starting to see why that worked, why that, and because as you can see, when you look back at our great grandparents and our grandparents, the silent generation, the people who just shut the heck up and put their head down and grinded and saved their money, and then went over here and bought a little piece of land. And then when the car came out, they bought a car. They said that, we saved a lot of the industries during the Great Depression because white folks didn't allow us in their banks, and we had our bank. Our bank was under the mattress or in the mattress. So when the Great Depression was going on, we really didn't feel the Great Depression because our money didn't get crumbled in the stock market. We still had our money. So when they started allowing us into their industries, i.e. the Cadillac, when nobody wanted us to have their car, and then Cadillacs was like, all right, well, these black people got money. If you give them, a line of credit, they'll buy our cars. And that's why we started buying their cars, and that's why all of these old folks like Cadillacs so much, because those were the first car manufacturers who allowed black folks to buy their cars. Y'all can look it up. I'm just quoting facts or repeating facts. But my point is, the root of all of that was us not trying to be in line with what they got going on, but having our own thing. I mean, I'm not a church person per se. I did grow up in the church. Shout out to Morning Star Baptist Church and all my peoples up in Morning Star, with an honorable mention to Bethel Pentecostal, because I did go to Bethel Pentecostal. I got some friends on here who knew I was a Bethelite when I was 6 years old. And then, of course, I went to Berea Seventh-day Adventist. So I'm not a church person per se, but I am very spiritual. And the only reason I'm not a particular group or denomination of church, and I don't go to church anymore like that, is because because I have so many. Which one am I going to choose? Okay, I went to a Seventh-day Adventist school. I grew up in singing in the choir at a Pentecostal church. Then during my teenage years, I went to Morning Star, the church that my grandmother helped found. Okay, she was a co-founder, and I didn't even know that until I got older, because I've been going to Morning Star for years. And of course, Morning Star, the Claiborne family, Reverend Borders and all of those people. But then during my grandmother's funeral, and Reverend Borders' mother is there, and my cousin Jerry is there. Shout out to cousin Jerry. She's like, yo, it was your grandmother who helped us, put this church together in her living room. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that. So to see that church there as a symbol of my grandmother, Marie Bray, standing there, and as great as it is, and she was the one who contributed to help to build that, I love that about it. So, moral of my story is, all right, we need to move beyond that. Just as Morning Star is a symbol of something tangible, all right, that we can actually put our eyes on and see in Mattapan of what black people can do when they put their mind and their muscles to it. We can do that everywhere. There should be a Morning Star church all over the world. Okay, I should be able to come to Panama, and there'd be a Morning Star here. But at the same time too, I should be able to come to Panama, and there'd be some brothers on the street selling bean pies right now too, because I'm looking for a goddamn bean pie. It ain't no goddamn bean pies in Panama. Okay, I'm sure there's some bean pies in Jamaica somewhere, because I done seen some Jamaican brothers with some bow ties talking about wagwan man. Bean pie, my brother. Yeah, peace, Irie, Rastafari, bean pie in your eye. I'm sorry, I'm cracking my old self up. that's our culture, okay? I do love the fact that here in Panama, they do have a heavy black Caribbean culture here. And it overshadows the black American culture here. And I guess that's because, we're just now starting to come over here like that. Because if you walk down the street, you're going to hear plenty of reggae. You're going to hear plenty of soca mixed in with the salsa and the bachata. You're not going to hear, Stephanie Mills. And if you do, it's probably somebody that playing it. You're not going to hear any KRS-One. And and sometimes you do hear that. When I get in the Uber or whatever, I do hear, brothers and playing, our stuff. But it's few and far in between. So I'm just saying, hey, there's an opportunity for us to be able to step our game up and take advantage of what the world has to offer, because later for Project 2025 and all of that, because the new world order, as they will call it, is globalization. They're trying, America is everywhere. It don't matter where you go in the world. And you'll see that, because you're going to see me do more lives, and my lives is mainly going to be me traveling all over the world. And I'm going to show you, number one, white folks is here too, and then where the black folks at? Because I'm always going to be asking that question. Where am I at? Where's my people at? Because that's anytime I go to any place around the world, I'm looking for the green book. Where we at? Because we are there. But the difference between black folks being around the world, meaning black Americans, and white folks plant their flag, okay, and make it known, I'm here. And they'll actually gentrify a section, you know what I'm saying? So their presence is well known and well felt. Even here in Boquete, in the mountains, they took over that little area. They pushing they done priced the locals out of the market, to the point they even wanted to change the language of that city to English. Somebody actually had the nerve to say, hey, since there's mostly us here, we need to make the national language here English. In a country as big as Panama, somebody actually said, well, fuck it. Everybody's speaking Spanish, but we run this block here. This is our block. So y'all speak English on this block. Black folks don't do that. You go to Japan right now, you're going to see a black man in a what they call them? A jinbei. Yeah, you're going to see a black man in a jinbei walking around with a jinbei. Is that the male version of the robe or whatever, the short robe with the shorts and the sandals, the wooden sandals. We blend in when we go overseas. That's why you don't feel our presence, because we see what the locals is doing, and we just go along. As they say, we do what the Romans do. Okay, when in Rome, do what Romans do. That's why you don't see our presence. And the only time you do see our presence is, one brother might pull you to the side and say, yo, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm from Detroit. Don't play with me, fool. Or I'm from New York. You always got the Brooklynites. And that's another thing. You go anywhere in the world, there's always a man from Brooklyn. Just like you go anywhere in the world, you're going to find a Nigerian. Those are the two things you're going to find in anywhere in the world. I'm like, damn, New York, is New York really that big? That you got people from Brooklyn, New York, all over this mug? I'd be like, where's Boston at? It's only you. You might find one brother, and he from, oh yeah, I'm from Easton. You're like, you ain't from no goddamn Boston. You from Easton, Massachusetts. Shoot, you from friggin' Chicopee, Massachusetts. Framingham. Marlboro. These are places in Boston where people, oh yeah, I'm from Boston, and then they be like, yeah, I'm from Haverhill. Like that's not Boston, B. That's not Boston. But I'll accept you since I'm the only, person from Boston here. And then you turn around and you got, 10 Brooklyn people, right behind you around the corner, and 100 Nigerians selling fake fubu, as they would say. Helly, what was his, Carl Kanai and Fubu and Helly Hansen and all those hip hop gear. Love my Nigerians. I love them because I can always count on one to be. If I can't find an American, I can always find a Nigerian when I travel. So shout out to you all. And a Jamaican. You'll find a couple of Jamaicans too. But alright, I'm rambling, as y'all know, but that's what the name of this thing is called. It's called Rennie's Ramble. So the point that I'm trying to make is there's opportunities for us to be here, and we don't got to undermine each other's, plight. Okay? My plight is to establish more tangibles that you can see, and to go get along with the rest of the people that are here that are establishing tangibles. Okay? If you got, Milani doing the passport sister events, then you got Jeff, at Daiquiri 23 trying to create the retired expat haven. And shout out to my sister Charlotte, bringing everybody over here. All right, where the brothers at? And that's what that's where I was like, where do I fit in? Okay, well, nobody's doing nothing for the brothers. Okay, you go to a Milani event, there's only 10 brothers there. You go to a Charlotte Van Horn event, you see a couple of old brothers, married with their wives, mad because they gotta come along. But thank God Jeff, got the TVs in the sports bar, because they can go up in the sports bar and go watch their sports while their wives is in the other room doing the wobble and the electric slide. You got that balance. But where's the digital nomad brothers, the passport bros as they call us? Where are we at? I see them when I go to the mall. You'll see a brother there. When I go to as I said, when I go to the events, you'll see a couple of brothers there. But when I try to have an event or whatever, you don't see the brothers trying to come together at my events. But when I go to them damn chica bars, the brothers be deep up at the chica bar, man. I'm like, damn. Okay, so that's what I need to do. I need to open up a chica bar to get the brothers together. Everybody, we walk up in the chica bar, you see the brothers just standing there. They just give you the head nod, what up, what up? And, you go find a table and go chill, grab a brew, and just watch the sight. That's how it go here in Panama. But when you go to Colombia, it's the same thing. The brothers they're deep, but where the brothers at? But see, the brothers in Colombia, Medellin, Cartagena, Cali, because it was Cali that I went to. I haven't been to Medellin, but I know they got Sweet George's Cafe, and that's a brother who opened that one up. The brotherhood is there. The brotherhood isn't here, and I'm like, okay, well, there's where the need needs to be at. So I'm going to create that for the brothers here. I've started on that, and I'm going to continue on that. Right now I'm going to be promoting events to get the brothers to come together. But of course, I can't have the brothers come and there be no chicas. So I made friends with a couple of chicas, you know what I'm saying? So the chicas is gonna be there. I'm sorry to be telling a little bit of my plan, but I'm just trying to give people an idea of what's going on. I already know how y'all think, because there's more. My goal ultimately, and I actually started a chat group called Black Expat Building, and I started a Facebook group called Black Expat Building, because that's the ultimate goal, is for black expats to be building. But we need to get the brothers there, because it's the brothers who's going to be the ones who's going to be literally banging the nails to create this thing. Of course, sisters are needed too, but in order to create the foundation, we need the brothers to create the foundation, to put in the hard work. So I'm going to get the brothers in there first. We're going to, talk about real estate. We're going to talk about all of these things, and then we're going to get to work. I already got that in the mix right now. But in order to get the brothers there, I need to have a draw. So what is the draw? Having the events. Just like the ladies is having different events. But when you get to, once you get a big enough following, what do the ladies do? They branch off and have different events which suits whoever is interested in that. Like in school, you have the electives. So I'm definitely going to do the same thing too. I'm going to start promoting the events. And then once I get a bigger following, then okay, the people who want to start building and getting into real estate and business and all of that, okay, we're going to branch off and do that. The formula has always been there. You just got to follow it and execute it. But in the end, don't undermine what I'm doing. If you ain't gonna, if that's not your plight is, to sit this one out and do it, and how can I say it? Just be comfortable and relax and chill. Hey, I'm all for that. I'm trying to get there. But I don't think I'll ever, I'm like my brother. My brother Nick's 65 years old. He ain't never gonna, everybody got their different relaxing, different ways to relax. My older brother Curtis, you'll find him on a golf course someplace. That's his way to relax. Same as my brother Charlie. He'll wake up in the morning, 6 in the morning, and he'll go play golf. Okay? So my brother Nick, he gonna get up in the morning and he gonna go build something, and I'm along with him. And usually when I was in Boston, I would be, sitting on the passenger side riding shotgun. So now I'm older, I can't ride shotgun with my brother Nick. I gotta, take the driver's seat and do it on my own. And so that's really what goes on with me in my head. I'm figuring out how I can get to the point where I'm now in my own truck, riding around, looking at my own projects here in Panama. So if you all didn't know what I was doing or where my head is at, if y'all thought it was just about chicas and all of that, nah, it's never been about chicas. It's about where the black folks at, when are we gonna, plant our flag? We got discretionary income coming in, where in a place where the cost of living is cheap, the real estate is still cheap, so we can come up in here and we can come fix some stuff up and make it look nice and comfortable and blend in instead of trying to take over. We can just blend in and live in harmony with all of the other, black Panamanians and black West Indians and have that fusion going on. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all are with me, you know what to do. As I told you, look up Black Expat Building, and go sign up for that. If you want to be interested in getting in the chat group, the WhatsApp chat group, because you're a expat like myself, and you want to get into WhatsApp, just go in the Black Expat Facebook group or DM me on my page and say, yo, I'm down with that. I see what you're doing. Let's do it. I'll send you the link to the Black Expat Building WhatsApp group. All right. And I know this is my personal page, but this is actually going to also go on my YouTube page too. I usually, extend it over or link it over to that one. So that's why I'm talking the way that I'm talking. All right, y'all. I done talked enough. Y'all understand what the plan is. So I need some people to help me execute it. And if the ones who don't want to execute, we good. Just don't be like the chick and try to steal it or undermine it. I respect what you doing, you respect what I'm doing, and we just do what we do. Alright, I'm done. This park is nice. It's the first time I've actually been to this park. I'm gonna be here a little bit more often. Glad I found it. I'm glad I did this live, because if I would have never did this live, I would have never found this park. So I thank you all for inspiring me. to be able to, do these lives so I can learn some things myself. When I'm out here and I'm talking and I'm rambling, not only am I telling you what I know, but I'm getting new information as I'm telling you what I know. That's why a lot of people teach, because when they teach, they also learn. All right. Rennie's Ramble is done. Black Cleaner, that's my other name. That's my YouTube name, y'all. And if anybody's interested in my YouTube page is entitled From Black Cleaner to Black Expat. Okay, so subscribe over there, hit the like button. A lot of my, Facebook content is now being put onto my YouTube channel, because I don't get paid from Facebook to do these Rennie's Ramble, but guess what? I'm just going to be getting paid to do these Rennie's Rambles on YouTube. So that's why you see me doing a lot of this stuff a lot more now, is because, hey, I don't need to ask you all for some money. I can just have you all like and subscribe to my page, and they'll put some commercials on my page, and YouTube will send me a check to how many of you all watch my page. Facebook ain't doing that. I think TikTok does it, but I'm like my aunt. Shout out my aunt Anita, love you. I'm old school. I'm not trying to find the newest and freshest thing. I'm staying with Facebook and YouTube. Okay. All my nieces and nephews and all of that, if y'all want to help me out, I'll pay you. If we get paid from the page, hey, we can split it. That's what I'm about. I'm about, sharing the love. As I said, I'm black first, American second. So that's how it goes with me. I'm always trying to do something for my people. Not trying to do anything against your people, because I love your people too. I respect your people too. As long as y'all ain't trying to undermine me, I ain't trying to undermine you. I'm just trying to, as Jay-Z say, can I live? I'm just trying to live out here in peace and harmony. All right, I'm done. I know I've been on here probably for about 30 minutes. I'll be doing these 30 minutes rambles for a lot. Oh, shoot. All right, yeah. I was trying to see who was watching me. That's why I stopped. Okay, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, Unc Jay? How you doing? Thanks for watching. Yep. Oh yeah, man. I saw y'all clowning me on y'all live panel the other last week about the refrigerator, man. Hey man, she deserved the refrigerator, man. It was her birthday. And she been with me for a year. What can I say? Alright. Okay. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.